In the previous video, we took a look at some of the basics of Motion Builder's user interface. Now, let's dive right in with some motion capture data. First, let's import our source data FBX file. We're going to use the merge command instead of open. This merges the file into the existing scene, which is better practice than just opening it directly. This makes it so that there's no risk of saving over your source file. In the import settings, leave everything on the left as default and select the take you want to use if there are multiple takes here. And then click merge. You can see that the skeleton comes in from the motion capture system and we can scrub through and view the animation. We can also use the play controls. I like setting this loop option here so that we can play through continuously and watch the animation loop. This looks good. Next, we're going to characterize the skeleton. We need to characterize the skeleton so that Motion Builder can retarget the animation from it onto our target character. Motion Builder's character system is an in-depth system designed for human animation. To characterize the skeleton, we first need it to be in a T-pose. It's in a T-pose now, but we can do better. If we box select the entire mesh, and then under the Properties panel, type 0 into all of the rotation fields, the character assumes a perfect T-pose. It seems that we also need to type zeros in below on the mic hips object. Now we need to apply the character. In the asset browser, find the character object and drag it onto the character's hips and click Characterize. Motion Builder asks us whether we want to use a biped or quadruped rig and tells us that the character must be in stance pose facing the positive Z axis. In this case, stance pose is the T pose and it will be facing the positive Z axis by default. Click Biped to characterize the rig. Motion Builder adds a character object here under the Characters tab. We can select it to view more information about it and view it in the Character Controls panel. Next, let's import our target character. We're going to use the merge command again and merge in the beefy rig. You'll see that there are no takes because there's no animation applied to this file. Click Merge to add it in. This file comes in pre-characterized. If your rig does not come in characterized, that's a process you will need to go through on your own. This video will not cover that process. You can see we now have two characters. In the next video, we'll cover retargeting the animation between the two rigs.